For the longest time, there's been internet drama about Five Guys charging $12 or more for a cheeseburger. So I decided to look into the actual food cost a little closer to see if the menu price is justified. Have a look at these beautiful stores though. I mean, they sure know what they're doing when it comes to systems. Super simple menu, fast service, fresh beef, and clean sit-down areas. Not to mention great branding. Okay, look at this baby, the double cheeseburger. That's what we're gonna cost out. So I have a screenshot for my local Five Guys here in Toronto, Ontario. Cost $12.89 for that double cheeseburger. This is Canadian money, by the way, friends. I had to do a little shopping around and found these excellent looking sesame seed buns from MVR Cash and Carry, and I found these thick Kraft slices, which are the closest thing we have to American cheese, both processed in a similar way. I added both of these ingredients to the Food Cost Chef calculator, but I also needed to add a couple of base recipes, fried mushrooms and fried onions. One of the things Five Guys is known for is unlimited choice of free toppings. So I wanted to add a couple of the more expensive items, something that I would order and cost them out on this burger. These base recipes account for shrinkage, so we can add the cooked weight in grams to the burger recipe. I could use these base recipes for any other menu item. This makes your food costing really fast when you're building recipes. With the help of my good friend Claude.ai, we figured out the recipe for Five Guys burgers, so we'll use this in the Food Cost Chef calculator. Add new recipe. I'll just put this in a la carte. Ground beef, lean, 187 grams, which is 2 times 3.3 ounce burgers of 100% ground beef. But you know what? I don't think this is lean beef. For smash style burgers, this is going to be more like an 80-20, so a medium grind of beef is probably better. Because of the flat grill process, they can put these burgers right on a hot grill with no oil. The grease from the meat itself does the work. And so medium ground beef it is, significant savings right there. Okay, cheese, 2 slices, the sesame buns, these look great. Let's add the sauteed mushrooms and onions right now. I'll go with 20 grams cooked weight for each. Jalapeno slices, 8 grams. Dill pickle, 15 grams. Now my mustard, ketchup, and mayo. This is what I would order on my burger, and this is actually making me crave these heart stoppers right now. Okay, total cost for one burger is $4.11. My retail, taxes not included by the way, is $12.89. So the retail gross profit is $8.78. It's your margin basically. That gives me a food cost of 31.9%. If I bump that up to $13.89, let's say for like a delivery service, make it a little bit more reasonable at 29.6%. 32% food cost is, to me, on the high end, but these guys rely on volume too, so clearing almost $9 of gross profit, you can see how the food cost formula works for Five Guys. So is it expensive? Sure, but customers are going here for flavor, value, and something fresh. They're obviously willing to pay more for this style of fresh burger. And at 32% food cost, consumers are actually getting a pretty good deal. So, stop the bitching if you're one of those complainers. You can see how Five Guys is making money, but as an operator yourself, the question is, how are you going to price your burger? And more importantly, how are you going to differentiate in the market? There's always lots to consider when you're in business. It's not as easy as saying, I can make a better burger. Oh, really? Good for you. Now let's see you make money doing it. With this kind of breakdown, you now have some insight into the real-world mechanics of food cost. If you want to run your own numbers, there's a link to the Food Cost Chef calculator in the description. And if you've got a menu item that you want me to cost out, drop it in the comments. I might find it interesting. Chefs, thanks for watching. And remember, it's only good food if the math works. And Five Guys math, well, that seems to be working very well.